Hi everyone, this is Michelle Rushing with Stampin' Butterfly. I hope you're having a good day today. Just thought I'd come on and share some information about how I store my dies. Now there are a lot of different options out there, and I know some people use some of the magnetic sheets that are sold from some of the craft companies, and I think even Stampin' Storage has some as well. But I have a little bit of a cheaper alternative, so I thought I'd share it with you. So let's take a look. So when you first get your dies, they come in this little clear envelope and this paper. And when you open it up, you have this cardboard sheet with this horrible sticky tape. And then you fight to get your dies off and stick them back on. So what I have decided to do is I use one of my old paper choppers, the little guillotine guy, to cut the magnetic sheets because I don't want to ruin my nice paper cutter. So this is what I use for my magnetic sheets. So I'll just line them up in there. And I've already pre-cut it. So normally what I would do is I would measure the size of this cardboard, and I would cut a magnetic sheet to be the same size, and then I glue them together. So I'll show you that in a minute. So let's take a look at what I buy. So I head over to Lowe's, and you can buy them on Amazon too, and buy your magnetic vent cover. So these go on your AC, like over your AC or your heat vents. And they come in a really long sheet. So you can probably get 3 or maybe even 4 depending on how big your die pack is. Oh, these are really stuck. So they come in this really big sheet. And then I just determine what size I need. I run it in here and I chop it. Then I come up with this size right here. So I've already done that part, save us a little time, so we'll just move those guys out of the way. Now the last time I bought those sheets, I went with a couple of friends of mine, and the lady at Lowe's, because we each had like 2 packs of them, and there were all 3 ladies in a row. So she looked at us and said, okay, I have to ask, why, are you doing a special project with these? So we had told her what we were doing, and we just got a good laugh out of it, because she knew that something was up, and we weren't just using it for our AC system. So once you have your magnetic sheet cut, I just move all of them over there. And they hold pretty well. I mean, you can't throw it around the room, but it works for me. They're much cheaper. I think that whole pack, I think it comes with 3 sheets, and they're maybe $6, $7 for those. So you can get quite a few dies out of there. I'd rather spend my money on stamps than storage, so I try to find some cheaper alternatives for my storage. So there we go. And we got them all on there. Just undo those guys. So these are actually the dies I just got on sale when they had the big sale for the Tasteful Label dies. Now normally what you would do is, it only has these 2 little rows of sticky. So you'll want to use something super sticky to put some more tape on there. So we have this new Stampin' Seal, and there's a Stampin' Seal Plus, which I don't have yet because I have a ton of Fast Fuse still left. So if you don't have Fast Fuse from the old catalog, then you want to use Stampin' Seal Plus, the super strong bonding one. So we'll go ahead and just use Fast Fuse because that's what I happen to have. And we're just going to run some extra lines on here so that the magnet will hold. And then that way we know everything will fit back in my envelope because I store them in the envelope. So then you just line them up on your cardboard, press it down, and now I have my magnetic sheet. And it's much easier when you're die cutting to pull them on and off of here than fight with that sticky, because I've done it before where I've had those 2 sticky things, peeled off all my dies to use them, and then as you can see there's some sticky left on here. The cover stuck to itself, so that's not always a great alternative. So I like to store them on the magnetic sheets. Then I can just put them back in the envelopes. And I put them back in backwards. They usually come facing out this way. But I store mine this way so I can open them quick and easy. And then I just have a little plastic storage bin, and it's probably from Ross or TJ Maxx. And I just keep all of them in here. They're no rhyme or reason. They just go back in however I used them last. I don't have like a great storage solution for organizing them by type or anything like that. I just like to keep the dies on their own. I don't store them with the stamp case because sometimes I want to use them for other projects, not just the actual stamp set that it matches. And then I store this bin in my little rolling cart, those little 3-tier carts. I have my embossing machine on the top shelf, and then the dies and embossing folders. So I also have one oops, knock that over. Another one, a matching one with all my dies. And then on my dies, I go ahead and print out a label so I know the name of them. Not the dies, I'm sorry, the embossing folders. So I'll label the embossing folders. And then I have these little gold stickers from one year. And I'll put those on anything that's 3D that came out when we redesigned them. So our new Stampin' Emboss machine came out for Stampin' Up, and it has a different thickness. So when I run these through my old Sizzix Big Shot, I need to use my special blue plate with those. So I put these little gold stickers so I can remember when I bought it, because some of my 3D ones, if you look, like here's a 3D one without a sticker, so this must have been under the old system. That will work normal on my embossing. So there's a little bit of a difference in the thickness in the 3D. I don't know if you can really tell that or not, between the old ones and then the newer ones that they redesigned. So that's just for my memory because I can't remember. Everything blurs together. So now I've got the names labeled on there and then the little stars so I know which way to emboss in my old machine. My new machine, it doesn't matter. They both work perfect in the new Stampin' Emboss machine. It's just when I'm using my old Sizzix die cut machine. So anyway, that's kind of how I store my dies and how I do my magnetic sheets. I hope you found that helpful. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks and have a great day.